Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tax Show for People Who Owe. I'm Dave.
And I'm Phil.
And today it's a little unusual. We've got a big box in front of us, Phil. You want to help us through with this? What is it?
Sorry, I didn't clean, but this is actually one of several hundreds of trades we get weekly from the IRS. These are IRS notices.
So we're going to do something for you today, something special. We're going to open them for you. Not going to say which taxpayer it is. I should probably face it this way. And more importantly, we're going to test Phil's knowledge. It's to see if he knows what these notices mean just based on the number. And I believe there's 3,000 or so notices sent out by the IRS.
Right, and several hundreds that were recently revised as well.
Okay, so maybe we can trick Phil into not knowing what one of these notice numbers means. All right, we got a 5071C notice. What is that, Phil?
It's actually a very common notice. It's related to the Taxpayer Protection Program, where they identity proof you and make sure that you're actually the one filing.
Okay.
So they received your return, and basically they're wanting you to verify your identity via the phone or online. And in certain cases, very rare, they want you to come into one of their taxpayer assistance centers.
So there's some question as to the validity of the person filing.
Correct.
What could trigger some of the questions or this notice while we're on it?
Sometimes it's unsubstantiated withholdings, some credits, or just you're just part of a big pool, because there's a lot of false positives as well.
So it could be an automated trigger just to audit this particular filing.
Right. This batch of taxpayers who might have to wait to get their refund.
We have a letter 12C. What is that? Huh.
On a related note, 12C can be very general, so it really depends. But usually it's an inquiry to ask you for more information to finish processing your return. For example, David, I know you love your colorful pens, your glitter pens.
And socks too.
And if you sign your return with a glitter pen, oftentimes they'll return it with a 12C asking you for an original signature in black or blue ink.
I actually get my glitter pen signature back.
I
might try that this year. All right, moving on. That's a good idea. So let's see. We don't advise that, by the way, but we do understand that that's a notice you might get, and hopefully that helps you sign with a black or blue ink pen.
Right. And it's not just signature issues. It could vary. Just they need something more to finish processing your return.
Got it. So it'll delay potentially a refund.
Correct.
All right. A CP63. What is that, Phil?
63.
That's
we don't see this, maybe almost. We don't see this too often because oftentimes we have our clients who are taxpayers who owe, but this particular notice you get when you're actually expecting a refund. And this refund actually is being held up, not because of ID theft issues or anything like that, like we talked about recently, but because that you have unfiled tax years that might result in a balance. So the IRS is actually going to hold it until you file all your returns.
I get it. So you're claiming a return. I remember them mentioning this. You're claiming a refund for this year.
Yep.
Say 2024 filing year.
Yep.
But you haven't filed 23, 22, 21, or one of those previous years. They want to see if you actually owe before they give out that refund.
And in fact, they have strong indications that you will owe. So best get filing compliant.
We have a CP49.
Oh, there's a clear theme here. Another refund letter, David. Nice try. But for this one, we see a lot because your refund has now been applied to prior tax years and prior balance dues.
All right, so they're offsetting. It's a refund offset notice.
Correct.
Meaning you're trying to claim a refund. We already know about that amount that you owe. Sorry, Charlie, you're not getting this refund.
And it's tough. There is relief for those in economic hardship to get this refund.
That's a good
but
point.
Timing has to be perfect and often hard to do.
Okay, get you on this one. Well, it seems to be going in order here. This is a CP59.
59, a lot of nines in this series here.
A lot of CPs as well.
A lot of CPs. So
CP320.
the 59, we see this as well, is for a reminder to file your prior tax years. They're saying, hey, David, we noticed you haven't filed last year's return. So they're asking for it before they file a substitute for return. We covered that in prior episodes above. And the next notice you can expect if you don't respond is a notice of deficiency saying, here's your tax bill.
Got it. So that's a warning to you, really a warning shot that you better file or we're going to file for you. And as we've covered, like Phil mentioned, SFR, those are the ugliest returns that could actually be filed because it doesn't take into account a lot of deductions you may have and credits that you're eligible for. Correct?
And dependents.
Well, all those things. Even I know this one. Too easy. CP14.
Thanks for the layup, Dave. It's the balance due notice, the first balance due notice in a series of law collection notices when you owe the IRS. So if you don't pay by April 15th, you're going to get this letter 60 days after you file your return.
It's usually correct. So if you filed prior to April 14th, the trigger is 60 days from filing. And many of you guys may extend on April 13th, 14th, maybe 15th even. And so you don't have to file till October, but that notice will not come out until actually filing takes place.
Correct. That's correct.
So they can expect this notice if they owe and they don't pay by April 15th. Usually that's triggered 60 days from April 15th.
Perfect.
All right, Phil, good job. Now we have to go back to the mailroom and open up the rest of these notices. What do you think?
I'm going to have to get busy.
I think the pros are better at that than we are. I kind of made a mess over here. But most importantly, hopefully that reduced some of the anxiety that you may have about opening these notices like most people have. And you'll understand a little more about what these notices mean. Thank you, Phil. And for additional help, you can always look at Optima Tax Shield, our product that helps monitor all the IRS activity on your account and understand all these notices for you so you don't have to worry about it. Phil, great job today. Any last parting words?
As usual, do something. And in case of notices, start with opening them.
Great point. Or get Optima Tax Shield. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Hey, everyone. Thank you for watching today. Please remember to like
and subscribe.
And if you are a taxpayer who owes, we encourage you to go to our website at optimataxrelief.com.
And remember, do something.